friends, I'm Tom Downey. Follow me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney for more NFL draft coverage. With the draft rapidly approaching, we're taking you through some more scouting reports of notable players. Next up on our list is Maurice Hurst, one of the more disruptive defensive players in all of college football. But will that project to the NFL? Let's take a look at Hurst's scouting reports, starting with some of his strengths. And Hurst, it begins and ends with his disruption. Ohio State scored on that play, but he got into the backfield, and that's what Hurst does best. He gets into the backfield and where he can make plays or disrupt them. He has a great ability against the run and the pass in that regard. He doesn't always make the play, but there's often disruption. Of course, Hurst isn't limited to just that. He saw it getting the ball carrier downfield. He's able to shed blockers both down the field and across the line as well. But his best attribute by far is his burst. Hurst gets off the line in a hurry, and he gets past slower guards and bigger guards and makes plays on quarterbacks and running backs in the backfield. There were numerous times at Michigan that Hurst just got in the backfield and blew up the play before it even had a chance to get started in both the running game and the passing game. Sometimes he makes a tackle, sometimes he doesn't, and the runner goes the other way. But when you get in the backfield as quickly as Hurst does, you will find a spot in the NFL. Again, completed a little high pass there because Hurst gets into the interruption. Here, Hurst blew that play up from the beginning. Barkley had to bounce it out wide. And that's Hurst's best strength. He is incredibly disruptive. Has a strong first step and quickness, and he penetrates quickly versus the run and the pass. And he kind of played out of position a bunch in Michigan as a nose guard, but he frequently freed up teammates to make plays. And when he has one-on-ones, Maurice Hurst often wins. Get him matched up one-on-one against the bigger, slower guard, and Hurst will have a lot of success. And he will thrive as an every down 3 technique. But that last point is also one of his weaknesses because Maurice Hurst, I think he's going to have a rough time playing anywhere but a 3 technique. And here are some of Hurst's weaknesses as he comes to an NFL draft prospect. Look, he's limited to only being a 3 technique because he's only 280 pounds. He is incredibly undersized. And although Michigan played him at nose guard frequently, he didn't always have the functional strength to hold up. And that's going to be true when it comes to the NFL. When he faces double teams, he's mostly limited to just not getting blown off the ball. He can hold up those linemen, but he doesn't always, he's not able to beat the double team like some defensive tackles are. He didn't really pop off tape when it's not a 1v1. And if Hurst doesn't win right away with his quickness, he doesn't always make a ton of plays. He likes his spin move. It's not always the most effective, though. And I worry about Hurst's ability to hold up in the running game, especially if there's not a space clogger next to him. I think there's a chance, I don't think it's going to happen, I do think there's a chance that Hurst ends up being a liability in the run game because he is so undersized at only 280 pounds. Again, he only fits as a 3 technique. His disruption didn't always lead to sacks or tackles for loss. That's not always a bad thing, but it is worth mentioning. He had solid college production, but not quite the same of an Aaron Donald, which is what you would like to see for Hurst. He can get moved off his spot in the run game. He has a tough time with size and double teams. I do like Mo Hurst as he stands as a draft prospect. I think I have a first-round grade on him. I think he's the number 2 DT in this year's class. Some have tried to compare him to Gerald McCoy. I don't think he's that caliber of player. I think the upside is certainly there, but I think he's maybe a little more hopeful to be a Geno Atkins type. I think he's going to have a lot of disruption, a lot of tackles for loss, but I do worry at times what happens if a big, strong guard gets his hands on him in the run game. Can Hurst survive in that area? But his disruption will give him a shot in the NFL, and he'll be a first-round pick. I think he'll have success as well. Chargers make perfect sense, by the way. Stick him into a perfect fit in L.A. but between Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. He gets all the one-on-one matchups he can want, and he will thrive there as well. I think he goes in the first round in that Chargers, Lions, Bills, even the Cowboys range as well. I think he starts early in his NFL career as well. Once again, folks, I'm Tom Downey. Follow me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. For those of you that watch the entire scouting report, we have a little gift for you guys as well. We have an interview with Mo Hurst that we filmed earlier. Here it is.
We are talking to first-team All-American Mo Hurst from Michigan, projected to be a first-round pick in April's NFL draft. Mo, tell us about your prep for the draft. Where are you training, and what are your days looking like?
Okay, I'm in Exos in San Diego. I've been training with Roy Holmes and Brent Calloway. Roy's our strength coach and Brent's our speed coach. It's been really good. We have, morning session at like 10 o'clock. then we'll do some running and some lifting. Then we'll have a little bit of time off, and then we'll do another session in the afternoon, sort of the same thing. And they just put us through a bunch of phases, and have been trying to get us really strong and trying to work on a lot of technique and stuff like that you need to be successful at the combine.
It's early in the process, but have there been any NFL teams that have shown particular interest in you?
I have talked to a few people, just scouts. So I mean, I really don't know, what teams are particularly interested. Just besides, probably the ones that have sent me stuff, so I'm not really sure.
What do you look to get out of the NFL Combine later this month?
Just to meet some teams and get to talk to coaches and get them to see who I am as, a person. My film is always going to be the same. Who I am on film, I can't change that, but once they get to meet me, I'm just hoping that, they can believe in me and hopefully draft me during the process.
So who was your favorite NFL team when you were growing up?
It was the Patriots.
Yeah, that's good. So I'm sure you'll be happy no matter who drafts you, of course. But if you could pick any team to play for, would it be the Patriots, maybe the Lions playing in the Michigan, or anybody else? Do you have a favorite if you could choose what team you play for?
No, I don't really have a favorite for who I would choose to play for. I feel like anywhere would really be good. Definitely want to play for a team that won't productive for. So
for sure. So Mo, what are your plans for NFL Draft Night? Will you be at the draft, or are you going to watch somewhere else?
I'm not sure yet what my plans are for the draft. I'm kind of leaning more towards just doing something with family and just having a few of my members there just to watch it together.
We know about your close relationship with your mother. What have you dreamed of buying her with your first NFL check?
I think something that I wanted to do for my mom was just to try to, fix up her house. Try to get some hardwood floors and just some new furniture and stuff like that.
That's very sweet. Maurice Hurst, first team All-American from Michigan, projected first round draft pick. Thanks so much for joining us, and best of luck to you on draft night.
No problem. Thank you.